week on, the class is going to be 1 hour before. So you are having the lecture now at 7:30. Next week is going to be 6:30. And this is going. You don't do the daylight changing in India, isn't it? You don't. So it's gonna be next week. Is gonna be 6:30 until the end. Okay. Is that clear for everyone? It's gonna be 6:30 in India for forever now.
Okay.
Okay. Then to be able, and this is important, in like 3 or let me check when is the daylight savings for Spain. Summer time Spain. For me, it's gonna be 2 weeks later in March 27. It's gonna change also. So what will happen is I will match the US on March 27. In practice, that means that if we want to have 2 hours like we are having now from 6 to 8, we are going to have to start also 1 hour before for these sessions as well. So how about is to start at 9:30 instead of 10:30 from March 27. Huh? Is okay? So I'm gonna write this on March 27. That's not here. 27. It's gonna be 9:30. Plus is 6:30 now. Whatever. Okay. So this is the same thing. So it's gonna be 6:30, except for the team leaders. They have to join 6 for the prep meeting. Okay. Second thing, very important now, is the machine kits. I need someone responsible for badging in Kochi, Vijayanagaram, and Trivandrum. So is Vinod there?
Vinod is not. I think that.
Is not there or it is there?
Vinod is not here.
It's not.
I'm here. Puneet.
Okay. Beginners and Prussian, you are on screen. Do you have the stages? You have 3 stages.
Yes.
You have 3 stages.
So I'm not getting you.
You have 3 stages.
Okay.
Ask Pradnya if you have 3 stages.
She's saying it's 4 stages.
She's saying 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you are set. Vinyarasam is set. Sibu and Trivandrum and Kochi.
Yeah.
You have two options.
Let's
You
just
have
close
two
that.
options for machine assignment.
Yes, fine. Hello?
The first option is I mean, all the world, the whole world is making a staged machine.
Okay.
A machine with stages. It's a new way of making machines. So we will have some boards that are networked, uh, and connected to stepper motors. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Neil if, I mean, you have two options. One option is you buy these stages, like 3 or 4 stages, and then you try to do a machine. And the another option is I ask Neil now if there is a fabable version of the boards, and we make the boards way in advance, because it is way in advance. And a third version is you mix all of these new machine settings, which I don't recommend that, but I know there are some labs that have done that and they have been accepted. You forget everything we are doing and you do another machine, like a drawbot, any other machine. But then you are gonna miss an opportunity to test these new kind of machines where everything is networked and you can reconfigure the machine very quick. But for this, I need to talk. Well, I'm gonna send to an email to Neil. I'm gonna share the screen. So let's go to mail. I'm gonna write Neil and the structures. Because this is important.
Frank, do we have any information about these stages?
Yes.
Anywhere which we can see?
Oh yes. You want to see information? You go to the machine assignment page. The schedule. The second one, machine design. This is the Gestalt PDF. So it's not here, sorry. It's in the mechanical design.
Yeah.
It's not this, it's this Gestalt.
Yes, sir. Let's put it. Hello? Hello. Okay. Okay.
Here's this thing here.
That's it. Fine. Okay.
These are the stages, so you create these stages, and then you can reconfigure them as you want. So these are the boards. Sibu,
Yes.
do you think you can make this board?
Okay. Okay. That. We have all the components here. What is that component under the heatsink?
This one?
No, the heatsink. The top right. The fin, black color fins you see. Top right.
This
Yeah.
this is a heat sink.
Yeah. What is under it?
It's a stepper driver.
Stepper driver. Which one? We don't have stepper drivers here. How do you know?
Yes,
You
yes,
must
you should have stepper drivers.
It's a part of the standard inventory.
Yes.
We should have, or else how will we make it?
The only thing you don't have maybe is this cable here. This is an RS454485. But maybe you need to order some parts, like the bill of materials.
So that's a stepper controller, right? We have, I mean, I have some stepper controllers, the ones used in this 3D printers. Pololu.
Yeah, ones, but they are commercial.
Yeah, they are commercials.
Yeah.
There's some delay.
Yeah, this is the part number. Go to DigiKey.
Oh, AF498. Yeah, I mean, I also have the same chip with me, but I don't think that chip is there in the inventory, Fab inventory.
Yeah, it's not in the inventory, but can you get this?
So can we get it somewhere?
What do you think?
Who has a couple of them?
So, Frank, can you see? I have.
This one?
Yeah, Cebu has a couple of them. I think we will try to buy them also.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's showing it on the camera.
Oh, I'm not looking at the camera. Yeah, but this is a module.
Yeah.
You need to desolder the chip later with the heat gun. But what I am asking you, if
So, I mean, this is a module, but the only thing is it has a chip and a few capacitors, that's all.
yeah, but can you think you can make this board? It's not difficult. It's Why
Yeah,
this? Just
I can make the board. I can make the board if I get the chip.
yeah, this chip is the one you have.
Or you want me to take the chip from my board and put it over there?
Yes, you need to fabricate this board. 4 of these boards, 3 or 4. I mean, the machine for the machine assignment.
Okay.
This is a standard Arduino.
Okay.
For the machine assignment, they can send you a commercial version of this board,
Okay.
which 4 of these with 4 stepper motors and the cable, it's gonna be like $500 US. It's super expensive,
Yeah.
plus customs, plus shipping.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
So the thing is, the chip in the module is slightly different package. So the chip is
So it's a
49.
different size.
Yeah. So the chip I have is a A4988. And what was the chip you said this is? Can you just show that data sheet?
yes, it's this one. This in DigiKey. Yeah.
Yeah, this is extremely small.
Okay, this is 4982 and mine is 4988.
Yeah,
So
the package doesn't matter.
yeah, so
Because
there are slight differences in current and all those things. So, but yeah, I can do this circuit. I mean, I can modify that circuit to fit my chip.
yeah, if you can do that, you are gonna save a lot of money, and then you take the money from Vinod for taking your modules.
Okay.
But if you can modify this Eagle board, replace this, and maybe it's gonna be bigger, but you replace this, make it bigger, make more room here for the stepper driver, and that's it. I don't know what is this thing. Let me see what
Let's
is
see
it.
what it is.
Current sensing.
So in here, I mean, I'm gonna paste the link for this page. I'm gonna paste it in River. Yeah. Okay, this is the page. In here, there is the bill of materials. So that way, I'm not asking Neil if this is mandatory, but if we can make this board, I don't know about this crystal,
I think it is 18.
18 megahertz.
Yeah. It's like
Do you think you can find? I think you can find this in Ocean, and this also, and this also, and this also. These are the most uncommon parts.
What is
The
that?
connector, you don't need that connector. This is just because the steppers they ship to you, they ship it with the connector. So the thing is, we are going to have a networked boards like this, connected with this cable. This cable you can order also in Ocean. This is things that Vinod has to order because this is for the assignment, okay? This is for replacing yeah, you need one of these cables. USB to you need one of these cables. Okay? Whatever it is. Like this one or whatever.
okay.
This converter.
USB to 485.
Yes. But usually it comes with 4 pins because you are also taking power, like this one. You should take, yes, ground, yeah, like this, ground, TX, RX, and 5 volts. This. So you need one of these cables, RS458, and fabricate 4 or 3, depending on the number of axes, or maybe 2. If you want to make a 2-axis machine, you fabricate 2 of these. We will fabricate this board. It's just the RS cable, which actually it has 6 pins here, but I'm not sure what for. Let me check later. And the motors, you need a motor. I mean, you don't need, but they use a motor with a lead screw on it. If you have it, it's okay. If you don't have it, you can fabricate your own machine. No need to have it. That the most important part for you is fabricating this and saving a lot of money. Maybe you can buy this heatsink and glue it. Yeah, and glue it with thermal paste to the stepper driver. I think each motor was drawing 2 amps.
Yeah, that chip can provide maximum 2 amps.
Yeah, I think that is why it has the heatsink. But as far as I remember, the commercial boards, I don't remember if they have the heatsink. I think yes, but I don't remember. I can show it tomorrow to you.
Okay.
So yes, okay, we are gonna follow up. So take a look at this, Sibu.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the bill of materials and tell me how do you feel, like confident feel for making one.
Okay.
Because, and how cheap is gonna be compared to $500 US, and
Okay.
a lot of time of waiting in customs.
500 US dollars for one board.
Yes.
Wow. It's going to be a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, even here, last year, when I saw the boards and the motors, they told me this is 500 euros. No, for me it was 500, almost 600 euros, because of all the customs and shipping. And I said, I mean, I would be happy to make that rather than buying this thing. And I recommend you to do that instead of making another board, because this is like the future of machines. Future of machines is this. A lot of stepper drivers with a microcontroller on it.
So, Frank, I have one question. Which is a microcontroller used there? It's an Atmega 328, right?
Yes, this is an Arduino.
So, yeah, I mean, why do we need such a big chip? I mean, that chip is capable of driving at least an 8-stepper motors. It has enough I/O pins to drive 8-stepper motors. So, we are using it for only 1 stepper. So, is that the future wastage of?
Maybe it has a lot of size in it, and you can just program it using Arduino IDE.
Yeah, you mean that you want to use all the pins in here?
No. He means that that can do that has the capacity to control more number of motors, and instead it is just controlling one motor. Can we use 80Tiny44 for that?
Yeah, that's a question.
I mean, I think yes, you can do that, because the 80Tiny4, like this is the, for next year, Neil wants to convert this board into a Fabable version, which is probably going to be an 8020. Actually, in my final project during Fab Academy, my project was a stepped network, a networked stepper driver. So I did actually something like this, but with an 8020.
Okay.
I had a robot arm, and it was 4 stepper drivers networked, and it was all 8020s. So I am sure you can do that.
Okay.
But for this year, this is what Nadia Pick did,
Yeah.
and probably the software she's running here, they have to adapt. So for this year, we are going to use this thing. So actually, yes, this is not much different from this to the 8020. Like for what we are going to do here is controlling one stepper motor, so you can do it. But this year, they are using this, like because we only need 2 or 3 or 4 stages, depending on the number of axis of your machine has. We will do this, but this is only for controlling the stepper driver. You are right. And receiving the serial commands. This connector here is for power. This connector here is for connection. Actually, it's not like this. 1, 2, 3, and then to power. Yeah. In the commercial version, you have this, and these are the same boards. But I think, yes, I have to ask Neil. Before you try to make this, I'm gonna ask Neil and Struck.
One more time.
Okay, sent. Okay, this was for this. Okay. Now let's go to the assignment for this week. So this week is the machine assignment. what are you going to use? One sheet, half a sheet, a 4 by 4 feet? What are you going to use?
We haven't decided it because nobody knows what they are going to do, so what design they want to do and all.
Are you going to use a scrap material, or you are going to use a fresh and design on it?
We don't have any scrap material to be used, so we have a couple of plywoods. I think 2 or 3 of them, or 5. Yeah.
Okay. If I were you, in terms of being quick, I mean, this is for learning you don't have to make a house. This is for learning the process and many other things. I would start with half a sheet for everyone, and let's see what you can do in 1 meter by 1 meter board. I mean, if someone has a very special design, he has used a 2 by 1. But for the usual things we have to do, like a stool, maybe a chair, a table, cabinet, all these things you can make in 1 by 1 meter. So half of the sheet. So now the first thing I want you to do, my pen here. No worries, 3 stages are okay, Pradnya. Pradnya, can you show one of these stages on screen, the boards? Can you put one of these on screen?
Yes,
so
yes.
they
Just a
they
minute.
can see?
There's a echo from your side. We can
This one, what? Frank?
Yeah. No, only the stages, only the board.
Only the board. This one is a board.
Yeah.
That's
Hold
huge.
it steady.
Yeah.
Do you see? Um,
नहीं येते ना
yeah. I mean, not that close. Yeah, like this. Hold it steady. Tibu. It doesn't have a heatsink.
No, it's not having a heat sink.
Yeah, the board they send to you, it doesn't have a heatsink, so you don't need the heatsink.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now for the design. Okay, for this week, you are gonna have, every one of you, you're supposed to have one full board, which is 2.44 meters by 1.22 meters. This is a lot of material and space. Okay? When I was doing the Fab Academy, I got something like this. So this was gone. Someone has milled this, and I only had this perimeter here. And with this, I made a nice bike for my kid. So you don't need a lot of material to do something big, because you will see there is a lot of waste material. If you divide this into parts, you will see you can fit most of the parts in a very little space. Okay, So first thing, you don't need a lot of space. What I would do if you want is you can start with, if you want, half of the sheet, like 122 by 122 meters. But if you, again, if you have a big project, you can do the rest. Then second thing is you design whatever you want to do. Say you want to make a stool, okay? You want to make a stool like this, like with these notches here, and then the stool is something like this. A hole here and the same thing in the other side. Okay? So you have to put this with the notches here, flat, two of these, and one of these with this. So the first thing I want you to do is to do a scale model of this in the laser. You do if you do a 110 scale model in the laser. Okay, you don't go straight away to the shotbot. You do your design, you scale it, and you cut it in cardboard. Oops. Okay, and then you will see if there are design errors. Like design errors, I mean that this hole here is not here, but is actually moved here, and then you can change it in the design and make it correct again, but you only have waste cardboard. You don't have waste a lot of material on this. And when this is working, then you go from this, you go to the shopbot. So this is the first thing. Everyone has to make a scale model first. You don't go to the shopbot straight away. Okay? So the scale model, you can remember again, if you are on good track now, you all should have the week 7 page already pushed with no content. Then today you should do the design probably. Tomorrow do the scale model and adjust the design. And the day after tomorrow, maybe you should change the design for the shopbot, which is what I'm going to tell you now. So say I have this part here. Okay, I cut this part in the shopbot, and I want to make a hole here. Okay, to put this inside this part. And the problem is because the milling bit is round, as Neil told you before, this is going not to be cut like this, but I'm going to exaggerate this a lot now. But when the milling bit comes like this, it's going to cut it like the rounded corners. Okay? And the milling bit is going like this. So this is missing. This is not going to fit in here. So what you need to do is, if you are designing a square, a hole, you have to put some semicircles here for this machine also to mill them. And there's some ways to do this. So sorry, I'm gonna repeat this bigger. One way is, I mean, for me, what it works the better gonna make different in each one. For me, you can do it like this, half a circle. This is for me what is the best to design. For other people is like this, 3/4 of a circle. Aesthetically, I don't like this, but it's the same. If the corner is gone, is okay. So for this, for the corner going, you need to go at least half the diameter. Of the tool. That is why you need again a parametric design tool. You need to do this in antimony, Cocopelli, or whatever, that if you change the milling bit from 6 millimeters to 12 millimeters, this design has to change. So if you have this parametrically to like this, design like this is going to be correct all the time. Otherwise, you will have to manually adjust everything. Then we have this is one thing about the holes, the internal holes. Then about the, remember, there are 3 kind of toolpaths you can do. One is a drill. It's a normal drill. The machine will go down until it reaches the bottom. This is the one you make the first. You do drills. The second one are pockets. A pocket is something like, let me try if I can draw it. If you have, this is the thickness of the material. It's like milling and emptying apart, but not going to the bottom. You leave it like this. This is a pocket. You cut this and clear the inside, but you don't arrive to the bottom. Okay. In your design, maybe you have pockets. This is the second. You have to run them in order. Drills, then pockets. The third one are internal cuts. And the fourth is the external cut. What I mean with internal and external cuts, the software you have here, which is the part works, this software can run in Wine. So if you have your design here, okay, this is not very good design. But say it's like this. Okay, these dots here are the drills. So you have to select these circles, okay, which you have selected as, you have defined them as the diameter. Okay, in your parametric tool, this is the diameter, because later when you go to the machine, you will adjust the antimony file. You will say, okay, this is 6 millimeters. Then I change D equals 6 in your parameters, and a lot of things will change here. Okay. You select these circles here, and you add a drill toolpath. Then you select the pocket, which is this one. You select this shape. This is another circle. It's no way to distinguish what is a pocket or an internal cut or an external cut is only you that decide, because you know your design. You select this circle and you add it to a pocket tool path. Then you select the internal cuts, which are going to be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and you create another tool path, and then you create these two circles and this shape here, and you create an external cut. Like for these polygonal shapes, make sure that you join them. Okay. And another thing I want to say is about antimony. Is that a good tool for this week? I don't think so. Because antimony, you can export a PNG, so it's a white and black image. It's good for all of this, but this will be run unless you separate like by layers. Like if you need a PNG for drills, a PNG for pockets, a PNG for internal cuts, and a PNG for out cuts. So this must be 4 layers in antimony, because otherwise you cannot do that. Because Fab modules, you run Fab modules, you can go from PNG to Shopbot here, you see? So I don't know if I have a PNG, maybe here, I don't know. Well, it's not good, it's not a good one. Okay, it's a complete mess. So,
are they ever going to provide exporting in DXF and antimony?
I don't think you can. And you, I don't think so.
Now you can't, but I think that's a good feature to have.
DXF is a format certainly they don't like. I can tell you that Neil hates DXF.
Yeah.
This is a nasty file format. But SVG you can. SVG I think is fine. SVG would be a nice out. Okay. Then apart from that, it comes the nesting. If you export this to, I think.
Can we do pocketing in Shopbot? Sorry, Fab modules. I think the only difference would be we change the cut height.
Yeah. Well, there are two problems. One is the height, and one is the yeah. I mean the way it's doing this. You have to do it like the cutting. It's like the Fab models. The way Fab models manage the cuts. You know, the white image with the black border.
Yeah.
So it will find the white border and cut around this. But you have to do it in layers. So for a hole, if you want to drill, this is the drill, and you want to keep this drill. I mean, you want to empty this thing, and this is the good material. This has to be white, because it's what you want to keep, and this has to be black. This is very important to remember. Someone's talking about Windows. When I see Windows, I quickly see this word. Yeah, the shopbot, like for controlling the shopbot, actually controlling the machine.
Let's keep this.
For controlling the machine, you have to use the nasty thing. Actually, you know, I have the
I think we should
virtual box.
censor.
Frank, can we skip this week?
Hey, look
Frank,
here.
So you are using Windows inside VirtualBox. So you are using Windows. Cheating.
Yeah, but look, watch closely.
Hey, that's Windows. So
Yeah.
this is like you're carrying vomit in a bag.
This is the name, the nasty user, and the name of the PC is nasty PC.
So now I'll tell you what you did. You said Windows is a vomit, and you took vomit in a nice plastic bag, and you put a nice label on it. That's what you did. It's cheating.
Yeah. This is what I did.
Your shopbot.
But
Didn't
actually,
you?
you don't need that. But if you want to use that, I will share later the. Later, I will share the shotbot software. Like you have it there in your labs. But if you want also to install it in your computer, like for designing when you are outside, you can use also the software. And it runs in Linux or in your nasty PCs, whatever you want to use. Then another important thing, and this is really important. How is the weather now?
It's humid and hot here.
It's humid and hot means it's raining every day.
It's not raining at all.
Not raining, and you are wearing all shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isha's sometimes.
So this is very important what Neil said about the security. I mean, this thing we are doing this week is safe, but it's safe with these quotes. And these quotes are important. That means like you have a lot of visits to the lab. So while you have a visit, it means executing the shopbot and having this here and kiddos here looking at the thing and putting the hand here is not very safe. So when you are running this and you are having a visit, some of you should be here, like avoiding stopping anyone to go into the shopbot. And also remember you only have a pair of eyes, so you should wear this eyewear every time. And also, this is for Nisha and Vishnu and the long hair people. You do something to your hair, like it cannot go, like this girl that died in jail. It was with a lace, but it can happen with a shopbot. Anything that spins, it traps something, like your something that is hanging from your clothes, from your hair, from whatever, it can trap you. So, as Neil said, never do this alone. Like you are doing this and someone else is looking at you, because this someone else can look at what you are doing wrong. Maybe you are not paying attention to something. And the eyewear, I mean, it's important because these splinters are sharp, hot, and fast, and your eye is gone forever. This is nothing you don't want for just a stupid assignment of make something big. Okay, so this is important. So does anyone here has an idea? I'm gonna remove this screen share now. Oh, this is. Yeah, the screen share now. Anyone has an idea what they want to design?
Me, I want this. Any ideas?
Any ideas?
I think Nisha would
Furniture,
want to do the chair.
chairs, furniture. What else?
That's tool.
Another idea is we need one more set of stairs here in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was planning if it could be a seesaw. So
What?
we just walk in and then ting.
You want to create a park here?
Isn't it cool?
What?
We have to, like, we don't have a stairs here, and then we always have to get down from higher floor. We have to come down. So I was thinking we'll make a seesaw so that people just walk in from one end and then
Slide
drop in
down.
the other.
Oh, I know what you mean. Actually, so I saw this in Thinkiverse.
And Frank, I want to do my furniture's prototyping also this week. Actually, try to build it in shop, but before that, do a carbon prototyping also.
Okay.
So what's in Thingiverse?
Huh?
What was in Thingiverse?
Yeah, it was like this kind of elevators with scissors like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's that?
Could be a nice final project for you, for the lazy people of Trivandrum. An elevator for
Actually, I wanted to build.
having to walk the only 1, 2, 3 steps.
You know what
Go
we
to the plaza.
we missed a room where we can rest for a while. So maybe a bed also would be very awesome. Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Hello, Frank.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. So we're thinking of making a 2D doodler which can draw shapes on a paper for this assignment.
Sorry, what?
Doodler, print, which will draw
Like
you
a,
or any pen like material like marker or any pencil, and we have to we include a 2D design to that machine, and then it will draw on a paper.
I think I have a suggestion for that kind of a machine. There's a machine called Watercolor Bot. Have you heard of it? You might want to have a look at it. It's called Watercolor Bot or something. That. So that was a plot on which
Okay,
then
and
you could, yeah. That's I mean, it has a very interesting. Uh, it's a very thing you can.
Then a final note before tomorrow. Tomorrow, remember, tomorrow I want all the pages online. Like, doesn't matter if you don't have content there, but we are going to do live 10 push-ups per person that doesn't have the week 7 page online. You're gonna be there. I'm gonna watch you doing the 10 push-ups. And we are all going to count 1, 2, 3 for every one of you that doesn't have the week 7 page pushed to the archive. This is one. The second thing is you don't have to forget the final project. Like by now, by the end of this week, we will have quite a lot of skills of Fab Academy. We have machining, either 3D or 2D. We will talk a little bit about this, about machining tomorrow. Later I will share the software first for you to try. And yes, don't forget the final project. Like for all of you that wanted to do a final project, like Prussian, like quite complex, take into account that you will have to start soon. Prussian, this is for you. You will have to start soon the final project. Because 3D printing, you already can start 3D printing all the arms. Remember, it must be your own design or modify another design, improve another people's design.
Well, one thing I want to ask. Hello.
Yes.
I've got the design from Thingsgiver or somewhere else of that Hackberry hand, but what I'm designing of 3D printing or is like the sensor casing and all, which I'm making by my own.
Okay. But remember that if the hand, like the hand, is not designed by you, it will not be considered as part of your final project. Like is something that you use, that is fine to use it, but it will not be considered part of your final project. Okay? Just this.
Okay. So I have to design something in it, modify something in it.
No, I mean, like you can use the plastic hand, like from other design, but you cannot say that your final project is the hand. Your project funnel is not the hand because the hand is someone else's design. Your final project is something you add to this hand to improve it.
Okay.
Whatever you do extra with the hand, but not the thing that is in Thingiverse.
Francisco,
Yes?
I'm the gear mechanism and something inside it. So it will be considered because
Yeah, if you modify the design, then absolutely it will be considered as part of your final project. But you have to modify it somehow.
Yeah.
Improve it somehow. Or adapt it to your needs somehow.
Okay. Even I'm modifying the sensory part and other things also. I'm not completely taking the same thing. I'm modifying everything like the sensor part and all, whatever the Hackberry used. I'm just modifying everything.
Yeah, if you modify it, it's okay.
Okay, fine.
It must be, I don't know what kind of modification it means, but it can be a drill or something like this. It has to be like a better design modification, like something in the design, not manual drilling or cutting. Something that the design you modify the design, the STL or I don't know how the design comes. Is the design of this hand Prashant, is the design of this hand parametric? Like, is it something like in OpenSCAD, like you can modify the size of the hand, or
No,
like a STL?
no such thing to modify it, but I'm trying to do that.
Hmm.
Actually, I met with some people who are helping me to modify it. So I'm working on it only.
Okay, but there is no parametric hand out there, like in OpenSCAD, or should be, isn't it? It should
No,
be, or
no,
there isn't.
I didn't find something like that.
So a good one should be that you create this parametric hand, but actually it's a lot of work. Maybe it's not worth it for for this project, but after Fab Academy you could do a parametric hand, like something like the people says, okay, I want a hand that this is 10 centimeters, this is 7, this is 6, this is whatever, this thickness is whatever, this thickness is whatever, and this is whatever, and this long is whatever, and you create this hand, and you create these all the parts that you can print separately.
Yeah, recently I met with some doctor and just I get the how to like take the measurement of the hand, and I'm working on this only, like how I can make the another hand that match the left hand or the right hand.
Okay, okay, and for all now, start thinking of all the skills you have now and how could you incorporate them into the final project, because during the week, during the break, we will have sessions about the final project. Okay, we are going to work in the final project during the break. Or are you going out for the break? Is anyone going out?
Frank, actually, that's the question I had. So I planned a trip. I planned a trip from 1st to 8th, which was during the break. So now I think there's some change in the schedule. Could you just clarify what that change is?
I know it doesn't matter. When have you planned your trip?
From the 1st of April to the 8th of April.
That was the original break?
Correct. Correct. March 30th.
30th. Okay.
And now the break is in 2 weeks from now.
Right. It's on 23rd. So
Yeah, but we will work on the break, and the week of the 1st. What is now in the schedule? What have you checked?
I have
What
it
is in the
checking.
schedule?
I have it. Let me. I'm just checking. One second.
I think it was
So it's mechanical design on 30th, and then machine design on. Yeah.
is machine or mechanical?
It's mechanical design on 30th of March, and machine design is on 6th of April.
So you will miss machine design.
No, I will miss mechanical design because that's on 30th of April, right? It starts on 30th of April. Sorry, 30th of March. I'm sorry.
Yes, 30. But you are out from the 1st?
From the 1st to the 8th, yes.
At the 30th, will you be here?
30th, I'll be there. Yes. Till the.
You will be here, but only for a couple of days. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 30th I'll be there. I'll leave only on first evening.
First thing, let's see what Neil says when he wakes up. He will wake up at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. here, local time. It will be like 6:30 p.m. or 7 in India p.m. So
Okay.
let's see what he says about the making the stages, because you can work in advance on the machine, on the mechanical,
Okay.
at least figuring out what you want to do. So you can
Right.
work this in advance. But during the break, I was telling that from the 20th to the 26th. This week, we will work on the final projects because you need already to incorporate some of the things that you have learned in the final project.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So apart from that, tomorrow I'm gonna share later the software for Windows, for the Shopbot software, and start thinking on the design, always design on paper first. And tomorrow we will gather again and talk about we will talk again about about more design tools for the Shopbot, like for planning, nesting, and more. Okay. Last thing for Binyan Ashram, when is Neil coming there?
On
When is
20th,
Neil coming?
20 March.
During the
Hello.
break.
Yeah, during the break.
Okay. During the break, remember we will work on the final projects. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now, Binyan Ashram, I want you to. This is now the time to wake up, stand up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and go
Yes.
to the cabinets and take the pictures.
Yeah.
Take the pictures in order because I will say who took this picture and where was it, and you have to remember. So each
Yes.
one you say, I will take all the pictures of cabinet 1.
Cabinet.
Okay. Name the cabinets like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and everyone you take all the pictures of this cabinet. Okay. And I want all the pictures of all cabinets, and I want the pictures like sharp, not blur. If the picture is blur, it doesn't work. So take your time to make it steady with good light because I want to know what is inside of each one of the cabinets. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes. I will.
So you can do this in 1 hour. So after I bring the kids to school, I want the pictures there. Okay?
Yes, yes. It's difficult, but yes.
Don't send like 3 megabyte pictures. Just reduce the pictures. Put the pictures on your computer. Reduce it to website like 800 by 600, something like this. Because I only want to see what is inside. If the picture is sharp, it doesn't have to be 3 megabytes. Just take a sharp picture. If your camera is not very good, maybe you all make the pictures with the best camera you have,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's it. And resize the pictures. Okay? Small
Yes.
versions. It's only for knowing what is inside. Remember to remove the paper, the newspapers, paper. You have to remove this because I want to see what is behind the newspapers.
Yes.
You remove it already?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Good luck with the pictures. Stand up. Yogesh, Pranya, stand up. Okay. Let's go get there. See you later.
Yeah. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.